Good day everyone. The objectives of this video is to define and describe trigonometry. History. Trigonometry dates all the way back to the early ages of Egypt and Babylon. Angles were measured in degrees and Greek. Astronomer Hipparchus complied a trigonometry table that measured the length of the chord subtending the various angles of a circle with a fixed radius, which is denoted by this or the r. Hipparchus was known as the father of trigonometry and considered the founder of the science of trigonometry. Regarding trigonometric functions, Aryabhata dates 476 CE or the Common Era to 550 CE. Discovered sine and cosine. Muhammad dates 780 Common Era to 850 CE. Discovered the tangent. And Albert Gerard in 1595 to 1632 was the first to use the abbreviation sine, cos, and tan. Egypt in Middle Kingdom approximately negative 2000 had the correct formula for the volume of a frustum of a pyramid. And this is the formula. 1 over or divided by 3 and the quantity of a squared plus ab plus b squared. Mesopotamia approximately negative 3,500 to negative 500. The term Mesopotamia includes many cultures and peoples over a span of more than 3,000 years. Mesopotamia written record goes back more than 5,000 years. Pythagorean triples. We have a tablet containing a list of triads of a number dating from approximately negative 1,700. Sexagesimal Pythagorean triples. Trigonometry in the math that deals with ratio, relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. Trigonometry or trig specifically uses 90-degree triangle relationships to help us measure and analyze information needed to understand many areas of science and engineering. In this triangle, we can see that the opposite is located here. And the adjacent and this is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest line or which is the longest side. We're done with the history. We move on to the trigonometry definition. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics concerned with specific functions of angles under application to calculations. There are 6 functions of an angle commonly used in trigonometry. Their names and abbreviations are the sine. This is its abbreviation. The cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant, or the CSC. It is a systematic calculation of lengths of sides and measures of angles for any triangle from sufficient given information. Based on the definitions, various simple relationships exist among the functions. For example, we have the cosecant. Cosecant A is equal to 1 over sine A. 1 over sine A. Secant A is equal to secant A is equal to 1 over cos A. Cotangent A is equal to 1 over tangent A. And tan A is equal to sine A over cosine A. Trigonometric functions are used in obtaining unknown angles and distances from known or measured angles in geometric figures. Geometry developed from a need to compute angles and distances in such fields as astronomy, mapmaking, surveying, and artillery range finding. Problems involving angles and distances in one plane are covered in plane trigonometry. Application to similar problems in more than one plane of three-dimensional space are considered in spherical trigonometry. The word trigonometry comes from the Greek word trigonon or triangle, and the metron or to measure. Here, to measure. Until about the 16th century, trigonometry was chiefly considered with computing the numerical values of the missing parts of a triangle when the values of other parts were given. For example, if the lengths of two sides of a triangle and measure of the enclosed angle are known, the third side and the two remaining angles can be calculated. Such calculation distinguish trigonometry from geometry, which mainly investigates qualitative relations. Of course, this distinction is not always absolute. The Pythagorean theorem, for example, is a statement about the lengths of the three sides in a right triangle and is thus quantitative in nature. And what is the importance of trigonometry? Trigonometry is important because to get an education or in getting education, you might not need to use trigonometry in your everyday life, but you will need to learn it to pass Math 3 and as prerequisite to other subjects. And to teach, you might have kids one day and they might need help. You never know, or because you will be teaching someday. Trigonometry is everywhere. It can be used across disciplines. It is present in science, navigation, and engineering. And lastly, to understand the basic of something and where it came from, having knowledge make you wiser than you already are. That's all for this topic, and thank you. And once again, good day.